are now listening to the Non-Millennial Millennials podcast, brought to you by House of Spades Media Group. Enjoy.
Hey, we back in this bitch. Hey.
What's good, you hoe ass motherfuckers?
That's just terrible to refer to our fans as such people. They're kind, they're nice. They actually, some of them have good souls when they're eating mac and cheese and listening to your poutine talk. So
that is arguable. Because a lot of our listeners listen to poutine talk while they eat mac and cheese anyway. So that's not something we started. That's something we owe to our forefathers.
It's something that you advocate. So you are
that is
massive
true.
a part of such a thing.
That is true.
It's your fault. So I'm gonna hold you responsible.
My fault? I don't know about my fault.
Yeah, your fault. Who the fuck are you? So we can get through these AKAs and get to the shit. So it's been a week.
It's been a week.
New America. So,
well, in some parts. But if you don't know, you won't know. Live, once again, from the man with desert dick hanging in the halls of Valhalla, that bitch just slanging, waiting for a bitch to come get it together. It's the one and only Busy Black, aka Busy 93, aka the motherfucking Kango Don, aka Young Kwame Khalifa, aka that nigga that will motherfucking show you what it is, when it is, where it is, unless you ain't got the money, because then I don't know what you're talking about. AKA motherfucking what they call me, Busy Waldorf, because I spit on you from the motherfucking nosebleeds at Little Caesars. Why? Because your grandparents watching you bomb, nigga. And that shit ain't cool. It ain't a good look.
It's not.
And
More things are happening.
I've heard ever since we pulled up in that bitch, the Slurpees have hit prices that have skyrocketed since the lights of Jay-Z. I don't know what to tell you motherfuckers.
$60 for a small, my nigga.
30, 60. We started at 15. It was 7 before we pulled up. And that was when Hov had rocked it a few times. So you know what it is when we pull up, bitch.
Sometimes it's legendary. God damn it.
AKA young motherfucking Kimbo Slice.
Rest in peace to the God.
Why do I say young Kimbo Slice? Because, bitch, I will slice you like Kimbo would with my penis.
That's very graphic.
It should be. And I don't know, fucking young something. Who are you?
Oh, good. And then from the home of bitches, tequila, 50 cent margaritas, and cartel dealings is your motherfucking A1 on the mic, Jose Ortega in this bitch. AKA, if your girl looking at me from across the room, either she fucked me or she wants to fuck me, but you don't know, but now you insecure in that car ride home, you bitch. I don't know what to tell you, but you just insecure. You don't even know. You even want to ask.
Who knows what penis she'll pick?
Know. You don't. AKA Martin Quarantino, AKA Tequila Poppy, AKA Lil O. You know what I'm saying? That's my little rap name now. I'm gonna roll with Lil O. You know what I mean? That's a new one.
If y'all can hear the fucking off-camera conversation.
I recommend now that all rappers, that if you a dope MC or a lyricist and you just can't get on because your rap name is just too outlandish and shit, and to go over these simple motherfuckers' heads, just put a little in front of your shit or a young and call it that. You feel me?
Good.
So I'm like, I'm Lil O. You feel me? You know what I mean? Because motherfuckers just don't want to recognize a real MC. Now let's just look out here retarded and shit. I ain't dyeing my hair or snitching or none of that shit, because that's just some bullshit. I don't do that shit. But you feel me? AKA the pod guy. AKA there's Fly Guy, and then there's me. Praise the Holy Trinity, you bitch. AKA me and your girl stand and look at you and laugh and point while Busy spit hit you from the top of Little Caesars while you bomb Your grandfather's having a fucking heart attack. Your grandmother's having a stroke. I just spilled my $70 small Slurpee on her and shit. She wearing a white dress. What's gonna happen? I don't even know.
It's after Labor
You
Day
just
and shit. How you gonna do that?
God, man. You know what I
How
mean?
you gonna do that
It's-
after Labor Day? That's why you in this situation.
Man, it's all fucked up. AKA 2020 Space Ghost, AKA Watch the Irresponsible, AKA the Kush Crusader. You feel me? And it's a Millennials podcast, episode 131, House of Space Media. We in this bitch. We just freestyle some AKAs. We didn't even read them shits.
And why do we freestyle? Because we are live on Instagram with no viewers. And this will probably be on IGTV later, but one day we'll have viewers, goddammit. Just like one day we had listeners with you motherfuckers, because some of you people finally started listening to the bullshit that we spew. Just
And
like you
sometimes you
listen
gotta
to
accept the
bullshit
godness.
huh?
You know what I mean? Some people accept God when they see him. You know what I mean?
I was just saying, if you listen to anybody else talk shit, why not listen to us talk shit? We talk shit better than niggas to get paid to talk shit more than we get paid. I mean, I ain't paid no bill from talking shit yet.
Oh, when they start paying me, I'm gonna get stupid. You think I'm
they don't
dumb
want to
now?
see that.
Oh shit!
They might want to see it a little bit.
Oh my god! Give me a
Patreon
$10,000
coming
bag and
soon.
see how outlandish I get. I'm gonna get
Patreon
wild.
coming soon.
I'm gonna get wild.
Hey, if you just want to see two motherfuckers from the city get their shit together, support, subscribe, all of those things.
Drink tequila responsibly.
And when I say get their shit together, I mean for you people, only in the sense of doing the show. Obviously, our personal habits are our own problems, but you know what? We put you first every Friday and every Saturday when I have to wake up hungover or not and deal with my hangover or not to upload this podcast for you motherfuckers if my computer that has the HIV will let me.
Insert Don Julio advertisement here.
Right. Or
just saying.
Legacy. Hey.
Nah. It's either black or Mexican owned over here. We just saying. I'm just saying.
Canadian. Saying. That's my people.
They don't want you.
Yes, they do. They love me.
No, they don't.
Canada loves me.
You've seen your rap sheet, nigga. No, they don't.
I do what?
You've seen your rap sheet, nigga. No, they don't.
That don't mean nothing. They just won't let me in right now. You give
they
it
won't
another.
Let you in ever.
What is it? 2020.
And you never,
give it another 6 years. They'll let me back in.
And you take every opportunity on earth you get to slander Drake. You never gonna
true.
get.
That is not true. That is not true.
Know, you not OVO. I don't know what to tell you. You not OVO.
I mean, you OVO because you OVO because you OVO. So that's like different. I can't be as OVO as you. So if I was OVO, that would be too much OVO for this.
Nah.
You get what I'm saying?
Nah. Because you can still, because technically Drake is OVO, but he not a Libra. I'm a Libra. He a Scorpio. You can still be OVO and not be the same sign.
Everybody know October Scorpios ain't the same as November Scorpios. Gang, a real nigga birthday on Monday. If you listening to this and you happen to click it on a Monday, guess what? Hey, 16th, bitch, we out here. Hey, yeah. All my non-existent
he wanted to throw gang signs, but he didn't know to try and save sponsorships. I like
it. Like I said, all the non-existent gang signs I just threw up. Shout out to them.
Yeah, trying to save sponsorships and shit. We've been canceled from everything else.
I mean, we working on Alphabet. Once Alphabet throws us off the platform, once we get kicked off of YouTube, finally, all we gonna have is like, what's the name of that shit? Plunder? No, that's Call of Duty.
That sounds like that sounds like gay porn. What the plunder? What the fuck?
Why does that sound like gay porn?
That sounds like not a great time. That sounds like something I wouldn't want to willingly go
Check
to.
My plunder. Did you get my plunder? Did you see when I plundered you?
No, 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 no.
No, but it's
No.
like it's not Pinterest. It's something with a P, but it's you know.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I plundered you.
Yeah.
Like, what? No, no,
Uh,
no. Like, no.
Imagine all the women out there with plunder accounts talking about. So I met him on Plunder. And he plundered my box so hard. That's super funny if you've actually played Plunder.
It is.
Like if you've
It
actually
is.
played Plunder before, that's really kind of funny. Anyway, whatever. We're gonna end this on Instagram because nobody's looking anyway. So fuck
See
y'all.
you later, guys.
Peace and fuck y'all too. But we'll get you eventually, and I'm probably still gonna upload this first part of it because
We'll be back.
fuck it, and we will be back. Yeah, and they probably hear me better on your phone than on my phone. Because anyway, and now, share. Why not? Sure. I'll do that part later. That doesn't seem like that makes sense right now. Anyway, back to you guys.
Yeah. Now the rest of the real podcast world that actually listens to us is important again.
You know,
Yeah.
you gotta do what you gotta do to get other fans every now and again. If we had a more elaborate setup right now, it would still be running. But you know, hey, we gotta dip our whip where we can to make sure it's wet. You dig?
I'm about to say your fucking laptop has stage 5 here, so
Well,
shit. I don't know if it would have been functional.
provided that changes and production can go back to what it once was, or even if it doesn't, you know, it would be better to have better working things to help this well-oiled machine that is the millennials podcast when we insert this audible penis in your ear holes.
Yeah. So as my co-host is just like really sonically just raped you in your ear hole.
What's up for the week? Nigga, what happened?
It's a new America.
Hey,
it's a new America. Officially now, it's a new America. Even though your man's got them 15 votes, and you know them 15 electoral votes in motherfucking North Carolina, which we all knew was, we know that's Confederate country. So yeah, but, hey!
North Carolina, and for some reason Alaska. Why does Alaska? Nobody has been able to explain to me why Alaska automatically votes Republican.
I don't think they have niggas there.
It got to be a few. Maybe not enough to shift the vote. There's got to be a few, right? And most Eskimos, from what I can tell, seem to be from documentaries and National Geographic Channel, seem to be pretty cool people.
you remember when we were making up the when we were talking off air about the just historically outlandishly low numbers of Black people in certain communities and areas? Yeah, it might actually legit be 100 like real niggas.
Yeah, probably
in Alaska, like in the state of Alaska, like not just in
like
one.
There's 200
we're not
Black
just talking
people
about Juneau. Like we're talking about in the whole bitch.
Yeah.
We talking about Anchorage and everything. Like 100 niggas. Like
Time out. I just had a mind-blowing revelation. If this is the thing, did you just say Juneau?
Yeah.
Is that a city?
Yes.
Is that what Judd Apatow named that girl after for that fucking movie?
Not in this. It's not same spelling.
Okay. I thought my brain was about to explode because I really liked that movie.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I really liked it.
It's one of the movies I studied in film class.
Yeah. So
good movie.
Shout out to Juno, Judd Apatow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I gotta watch that
really
shit he did
weird
with Pete and Bill Burr.
Really weird movie, but it's. So was This Is 40, but it was very.
I didn't know the blonde chick was his wife for real.
Oh, you didn't know? Oh, chick was his wife.
Her little sexy ass. I didn't know.
See, you would think she's saved. That's because
I,
you still cool after this in the Biden administration. At least I keep it a bean. Like at least you keep it a bean, bro.
how?
You
How was that
you
cooning?
stay consistent. You stay consistent. You stay consistent.
You
You stay
cannot
consistent.
keep
You
trying
stay
to call
consistent.
my love of white women coonery, man. That's not gonna work.
What do you think about your Lupita Young go? Scale
Beautiful.
of 1 to 10. Scale of 1 to 10.
8.5.
In, in competition to that white woman that you was referring to.
See, white people are like a Rolodex for me, so I forget them. Which white woman did we say? Which white woman was
Nah,
it?
son. We talking about Judd Apatow's wife.
Compared to Lupita?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Lupita.
You looking real Kanye over there, Bistrick.
Bro, look, check me
Real
out.
Kanye.
Check
But
me out. Check me out. Check me out.
your
If
man's is
Lupita,
gone now.
my man is gone. The
Your
nigga
man's
ain't
is gone.
fucking accepted defeat yet. Today, Friday, the 13th, ironically. Shout out to Mexican Jason.
No.
That was kind of funny. That was kind of
No,
funny.
it's not. It's not.
Shout out to Mexican Jason.
No, our fans don't like that. They don't like that. They
I
think you're
think they
racist.
do actually. You
You
don't
a
like it,
fucking,
but I think they like
you a
it.
fucking racist. You a fucking racist. That's
I
all
don't
I'm
think
saying.
you like it, but they like
You is a fucking
it. Anyway,
racist. But it's like, all right, for sure.
anyway, it's Friday the 13th. Shout out to Mexican Jason.
No,
I forgot my point.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad
I
you
was
did.
going somewhere with that, and I fucking. What were we
Great.
talking about?
How your man's didn't accept defeat yet.
Not my man. And yeah, no,
It's your
I
man.
mean, it's Friday the 13th. Shout out to Mexican Jason. It's Friday the 13th,
No.
and this nigga still has only today tweeted one time the realization that he actually lost one state. Not to mention all the fucking cases that had to be thrown out and ignored because he was, on the bullshit he was on. Not to mention all of that. This nigga actually did that. And I said to myself, hey, wow, nigga, if you're gonna run this like you're having a tantrum,
Which he is.
right? Have a tantrum in another way. Like
Which he isn't.
he fired, I forgot, I think it was the FBI directors. He fired somebody yesterday or day before yesterday. And then today he came out and said it almost left his lips. He gave a conference today. Today was the first time he's publicly said anything since the results came out. And any results came out. And he almost said when the new administration comes in, because he was like, when we get the results in, we'll see what's on the same day. This nigga done thrown out I don't know how many cases, bro. Like the only, I think he had 15 cases in court for this election shit. He had to throw out 6 today in Michigan, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Arizona and Nevada. Individual cases for the same shit he's talking because of this. So yeah, you gotta eat that L, my nigga. Pig dick Cheeto man gotta eat that L.
Look,
And I say pig dick because shout out to Michael Rappaport. Michael Rappaport has been on this man's Twitter feed assaulting him verbally.
I'm
And I
just
enjoy every
I'm just
second
gonna
of it.
say right now because I feel I'm just gonna let you know on the insider because I'm glad you brought up Michael Rappaport.
I love his Trump commentary.
I'm
There's
gonna
no
let you
better
know. I'm gonna
Trump
let you
comment.
know. I'm gonna
There's
let you
no
know so
better
you can
on
take
the
this back to
spot
your
Trump
people.
commentary.
I'm gonna let you know so you can take us back to your people, son. I want you to go back to the black delegation and let them know that we done already had Michael Rappaport try out for us and over here in the Latin delegation. He looked good. He been kept over there in the white circle for a long time.
And they don't even want him. They don't even want him.
They don't even want
that nigga.
They don't even want him.
That's
they
a
was giving
nigga.
him away for a low price, bro.
They don't even
low
want him.
price. And y'all been sleeping. He in New York Knicks.
We've been sleeping since like 03 on Michael Rappaport, bro.
He been riding with niggas from day one. And I'm gonna just let you know that the Latin delegation, we are going to make a move on Michael Rappaport. And we're gonna make him Latin. Whatever Latin he want to pick from, he can be that.
See, I don't.
If y'all make a move right now, because he one of those very few white men that's been attacking coonery and white supremacy from the very jump. And shout out to Michael Rappaport for that. Matter of fact, we need to talk. That's a cry-worthy moment. Matter of fact, we talking about Van Jones motherfucking crying over motherfucking Joe Biden becoming president.
I forgot about that.
Embarrassing. That was embarrassing.
I got
touched.
That shit right now. I got touched when he cried. I got touched. I got touched. I was touched because I was
you were a
like,
victim?
No, I wasn't a victim. I laughed after. Well, like one tear came down and I laughed because it was like he's still going. He's still going. Like it was like wow, because it was like that's some real shit. Because I don't have kids, so it's like for me, I can't relate.
I was so
to the
baked
same
when I seen
so
that shit. I didn't think it was real because I passed out like 30 minutes later, and when I woke up, I didn't think it was real. And I listened to the Joe Budden podcast like a couple days later. And they talked about it, and I was like, "Oh!" So I had to go back. I had to pause it and revisit.
Wait! You didn't see the video of him actually crying?
No, I did see it.
Okay,
but But it was like when I went to sleep, it was one of those things. And when you wake up, it was like one of those things that was like so outlandish. Like, no, that didn't happen. So it was like,
this is Van Jones we're talking about. How is that unbelievable?
It wasn't unbelievable. It wasn't unbelievable, but it was just one of those like I had a really good dream too, and I was like in the dream mode. So it was
not
like,
even entertaining that at the moment.
Right? You know what I'm saying? It's like when I woke up, it was like, all right, that could definitely been a part of the dream. I don't remember that shit. Like, it could have been possible, but sometimes you just baked in the middle of the night.
Jones
when you see
crying in your dream, my nigga.
When you baked in the middle of the night, nigga, and you like had a couple cokes and shit, and you know what I mean, a couple tequilas, you know what I mean, like that. And
you've been watching CNN for like 5 days straight. It might happen. Nigga, it might happen.
That's only 5 days I'm gonna watch CNN for the next 4 years. Like I'm gonna keep it in the thing.
It might happen.
It was stressful for a nigga. It was stressful for a nigga. It wasn't a regular average every day. This shit was some extra shit. So it's like
I get it.
Finally pass out, wake up. Like when I see the shit, pass out, wake up. That shit wasn't real. That shit would have been funny, but it's not real.
No, it
completely, motherfucking just like forgot about it. Listen, watch the Joe Budden podcast 2 days ago. It was like, what the oh.
Definitely real.
Well, this confirms a lot for me.
See, now I gotta go hear what they said about it too, because I ain't.
It confirms a lot for me. I did witness coonery at his fashion, in one of his greatest fashions.
What was him crying?
I think what Van Lathan said was one of the best things. He was like, "Nigga, a black man should never be caught crying on TV because the white man won."
Yeah, for real. For real though.
Like even if you feel that
for real
way,
though. Yeah. You can't let it out like that though.
Yeah.
You can't let it out like that. That's
not publicly in front of like nigga, you was seen on TV every day, my nigga. For real.
I had him on here earlier.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you can't do that shit. Like, you can go in your trailer into your office or whatever and like had that emotional moment because you proud.
But being
look, Nick, I would have had the same emotional moment he had if because he's saying he's raising daughters and kids and shit like that. I feel that as a parent. I feel that.
No, he said he's raising sons and daughters. That nigga got both.
Like that's what I'm saying, like daughters and some, like kids and shit, like the total. You know what I mean? But if let's just say Trump loses last election and Hillary wins, I would have felt a similar way because I would have been like, damn, my daughter is going to come up in the world where the first president within her lifetime would have been a woman. And that would have been something evolutionary because it would be confirming something that I'm telling my daughter every day. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Well,
Whatever
she
you
got
set your
vice
mind to, you can do
president,
whatever you
so,
want
I
to do.
mean,
And it
that's
would have been
something.
that straight up example of, all right, you weren't around probably to remember it, but you look back in time, the first president during your lifetime was a woman. Feel proud of that because I did. It would have been that moment. You know what I mean? Really, all we did was get out of the tyranny of the Tito man. We as
We didn't even really
minorities
do
came.
that.
We as
Didn't even really
minorities
do
came up
that.
upon that, and we came up upon, you know what I'm saying, because of Kamala. We got minority back in the bitch. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's where we came up.
But let's
He
not
was
get it
referring
twisted.
to it as
Okay,
like, oh
okay.
my God, we beat the Cheeto man. Nigga, you be sucking the Cheeto man dick. How
Now
you
is
gonna
not
be
the
crying
time.
when he lose?
I know where you're going with this, and I don't think now is the time to get into that. I think we should wait until January 20, whatever the week of January 20th is, or after to get into that. Because I know where you're going, and I got a lot of points about it that I don't want to bring up right now because of the current situation.
Nigga,
But
you always think that there's gonna be some type of political blood war that's gonna just spew out on the streets of
no, I
Washington
don't think
D.C.
that. No, I don't think that. I don't think that. I don't think that. I don't think that. I think if Trump doesn't want to leave on January 20th, I think by 2 p.m. he will be removed in some way, shape, or form. I think if he does do what he seems like he's finally doing, which is admitting or reconciling with himself that he has lost, then there will be a somewhat, you know, some kind of transition, not peaceful or otherwise, but some kind of transition. I don't know if Biden doesn't pick Kamala, we can have the same result that we have with Biden. If Biden picks Gretchen from here, Gretchen Whitmer, if he picks her for VP, I don't know if we got the same result.
Probably not.
And I'm not saying that just because just because she's a black thing or just because she's a minority, but I'm saying that because
That brings the
I
juice. That makes us
mean,
pay attention.
like, yeah, that
That makes us
definitely
pay attention.
raises your ears. If you're not paying attention, that raises your ears to go, huh? Oh, what is that? Who is that? And like I said,
I get
you might have your
nobody
own
outside
problems,
of the state of Illinois knew who the fuck Barack Obama was.
bro.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. Nobody knew. We in Michigan. We right next door to the bitch. And
Right.
then we didn't even know about Barack Obama,
Said
nigga.
community worker. And
so,
nigga,
you said,
what the fuck
you
does
said
that
the
mean?
Barack Obama, what, nigga? Who?
You sure he
What?
not Muslim? You don't fuck with Farrakhan in him? You sure?
What he look like, nigga?
Okay.
Like, where you from? Where you from? I
Because
don't know
he
if I can
sound
fuck
like
with
he
that.
sell bean pies. But okay.
Like, nigga, like Obama, nigga. Like, I think I just got the name of the guy that runs my falafel stand. Like, nigga, he got a cousin or some shit.
But
No.
like I was like I was getting to though, like I think that conversation should wait until this. Oh, because we not gonna keep talking about politics every week and what this little bitch ass nigga trying to do in the next
No, I laugh at this
70,
nigga and
80
point at it.
days in between this transition. This little nigga is gonna do what the fuck he gonna do. And like I said, about 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Eastern time on January 20th, whether he's moved out or not, somebody gonna get his ass up out of there. And if they don't, then it's gonna be a bigger problem.
Oh yeah. And it's gonna be entertaining as fuck.
Very.
You feel me?
Very.
It's gonna be entertaining. Whoa. It's America. We entertainment for the rest of the world to laugh at us and be like, huh, y'all stupid because y'all science and math scores are shit. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think
And clear as day, our science and math scores are shit because we're going towards another motherfucking shutdown as a nation, and we didn't prepare ourselves at all for it. Toilet paper is going to be going off the shelves and punches people. Go out there and get your ass paper while you can.
my uncle was calling me
Stock up on ass paper.
My uncle was calling me last week before the election started, 2 weeks ago before the election started. Like it was a day or two before the election. He like, hey, what you been up to? Nothing, chilling. You hit the supermarket yet? Why not? No, I haven't. Why? Why not?
Ain't no toilet paper.
Cause nigga, you need to go stock up. You know, you never know what might happen. You got bullets. You got paper. You got water, nigga. I'm like, bro, ain't nothing gonna happen. Like, bro, what do you think is about to happen? Like, I know we joking. Like, I know me and you have joked, and I've had a lot of conversations with this man where it's like we have wild conspiracy conversations to some degree about things like that, and it's like, okay, well, cool, but what did you think was gonna happen November 3rd, 4th, or 10th? What did you think was gonna happen, bro?
Did he think
These
that? Did
same
he really think that
motherfuckers.
Did he think that the whites was going uproar?
Yeah.
Oh.
He thought it. I mean, every black person I think got that message. That
I'm sorry, not the whites, the Caucanese. I'm sorry. We need to. I need to be more. You know what I'm saying? The Caucasians, you are the allies. The Caucanese
but I think most people in the hood got that message. Like, you know, somebody, a family member, or they saw it on social media, where it was like, yo, if you a person of color or a minority, make sure you watch your back, or you travel in a pack or something to offset any possible problems that may happen before, during,
didn't see the fucking
the
KKK walking across motherfucking Outer Drive this year. Didn't see that shit.
I think it's a little less incentive this year than it is
guaranteed.
last year.
Guaranteed. Like, I don't know what I'm saying. It's guaranteed fucking T.
They
wouldn't have done that shit. They wouldn't have done that shit this year anyway. I guarantee you.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm sure I'm gonna regret it in 20 years.
And the type of mood I've been feeling in this year, I kind of wish a nigga would have. I would have took off work for that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I was about to get to. Like, I'm probably gonna regret this soundbite in 20 years, but yeah, shout out to the KKK, because you motherfuckers have effectively, for I don't know, 100+ years, terrorized motherfuckers left and right, black, Hispanic, and even white, for just liking either of the first two I named or being associated with them. And for those people that felt that strongly and still feel that strongly about it, your life has got to be so miserable that it's like, yeah, if you feel that way, you entitled to feel that way. You should, yeah, good for you. But you a bitch. You a bitch. If you still trying to argue this Trump shit, you a bitch. If you still believe in anything that is harmful to anybody, that's just something you don't like, is fucking ridiculous. Like, look, come on. I mean, and to some degree, I want to say, and I wish we could say, let's throw all this Trump shit out the window as Americans and human beings and move on. But that's just not the case, because 70 something million motherfuckers also did vote for him too. More people voted for Biden, but also pretty much half of the same amount of people voted for, give or take a few million, voted for that. So
you right.
I mean, yeah.
Look, all I'm gonna say is this: there is one thing, and I'm, rest in peace to the, what I'm saying, the great Nipsey Hussle, that I agree with him, disagree with him with. Bullets can't have a name on it. I have a shit ton. And they have a bunch of MAGA and KKK like labels right on it. shit ton
You
of
know
them.
that's not what he meant when he said that.
Hey, what I'm saying is they got a
You
lot.
know that's not what Nipsey meant when he said that.
Man, I got 4, 5, 9, 40.
I know what you're saying, but
It's
don't
like
draw that
5, 5, 6, 2,
conclusion to
2,
that.
3.
Is what I'm saying.
12 gauge. If you want it, you can get it. And I'm not like, for me, it was just, I don't know. There was a part of me that felt like if Trump would have would have won this year, I felt like I would have had to go on and defend my own. Like, not my own is where I'm currently at, because this is not home. Detroit is home. If I am like at home and if Trump wins this year, I know
He
I'm
didn't get
pumping
Wayne
like,
County last time, so he didn't get home last. He got the state. He
no,
didn't get
I'm
where
just
we
saying. I'm
from.
just saying for the state. You can walk down. You can wear your motherfucking cone head and walk, and you know what I'm saying, and try to run down Outer Drive and shit with your motherfucking tiki torches and
Yeah,
shit.
no, they did. Then the granted, yeah, the Trump supporters were feeling a little more bold last time
sitting right
around.
there on the hamster mobile at the corner with an AR, like my AR, my 4.5 and my 9. Like, okay,
yeah, they were definitely feeling a little more bold.
we can sell me this shit if you want to.
I
But it
was in
won't
the
go the
suburbs
same way.
and the city.
It won't go the same way.
I was in the suburbs and the city 4 years ago seeing Trump shit, and I was like I'll never forget. I think it was November 5th, 4 years ago. It was on November 4th. I think November 5th, like the day after the election 4 years ago. I went to the liquor store early in the day because I was like, "Fuck, Trump won. I need a drink." It's very early in the day, and as I'm leaving the crib, what do I see?
Shit.
Yeah.
I said the same shit.
As I'm leaving, because I ain't had shit to do that day. After I'm leaving the crib, I pull out, make a left on the corner, pull out in the traffic. What do I see? A whole mini Trump parade. A whole mini Trump car parade. Just, I'm talking about, we got the Titantron type joint. We got Trump in huge letters. 2016. A car, like mad, like 3 or 4 cars with Trump stickers and flags following behind it. It was a whole thing, and I was like, wow. Like 2016, I was like, yeah, he's gonna win. You can go back, look at the old episodes, whatever. Like, yeah.
There was a
If
day.
you knew me then, you knew I thought he was gonna win. I didn't vote for him, but you knew I felt that way. Like, I knew
we didn't talk about this
like,
when this happened because we weren't podcasting at the point in time. But I was on my way to work.
We were podcasting when he was campaigning. We stopped the year that he actually won.
Yeah, but his supporters didn't stop campaigning, and neither did he.
Obviously,
but yeah,
he's still campaigning.
But I just want to share this one story, and we can get the fuck off of this and shit because I'm just over it.
Well, we're gonna do ads because I gotta take a piss, so we're gonna do ads after this story.
Okay,
but yeah.
But there was a moment where I'm driving to work, and at this point in time, I had to be at work at like 7 a.m, like in an open. And I didn't like waking up at 5:45 to go to work, and
no one should.
I'm already grumpy. Even with the wake and bake, I'm grumpy as fuck.
It's 5:45 in the morning,
and I have to stop at Timmy Ho's to motherfucking get a coffee and a motherfucking bagel. You know this. You know this.
One should.
You know what I'm saying? If you're a Latino, if you're a Latino in Michigan, you already know you gotta stop at Timmy Ho's and get a fucking bagel on the way.
If not,
you already know.
If not, the obvious next go to Starbucks. Duh. It's just a fact of American life.
First off, Starbucks is for white folks.
That's not true.
That is completely true.
Not true. As a well-seasoned barista,
people that are exactly like Van Jones. Is exactly people for those two people. Those two classified groups of people. For them.
Now, granted, I'm sure Van Jones does drink Starbucks every morning, but that is not
Van
what
Jones
I meant when
doesn't like you
that.
nor me, so that's cool too.
But see, I'm also the type of nigga to walk into a Starbucks every morning that you would be like, this nigga doesn't drink Starbucks every morning. Yeah, I do. But that's because I've lived a different type of life.
But whatever. But I was on the way to work. And as I'm on the way, I'm on the highway and I'm getting off, and there's this truck in front of me. There are flags hanging from this truck. It is 2018 at the time.
Oh.
2 years through the Trump administration. He already won. Getting off at the same exit.
2018
turns
is
the same way I'm going. And when I seen it, it's Trump MAGA flags, Trump 2016 on one side, Trump 2020 on a whole nother side. There's fucking lights and all types of shit. And it inflamed me to a whole nother level of anger that I have not even been on at that point in time. And first thing early in the morning.
Right.
I feel like it was that equivalent of anger or adrenaline that a mother would feel if their child was trapped inside of a burning car and they was trying to get it out. Like, you're going to rip the fucking doors off that bitch to get your kid out. I tried to run this motherfucker off the road. I never told my wife this. And thank God she doesn't listen to every episode. But I tried to run this motherfucker off the road. Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I guess you didn't do it, so it don't really count. But, yeah,
I tried to run this motherfucker off the road. He honked and I said, "Fuck you, MAGA free America, bitch," and flipped him off and ran and just drove to work. And I felt good about myself. It made me feel like a hero. It was a real Dave Chappelle moment. Getting to his SNL monologue and shit after you take a urination. I'm gonna insert ads here.
That is the truth. I'll be back.
Oh, fuck. And as my co-host decides that he's going to take a urination, I'm going to take this moment to advertise Anchor.fm. Everything that you need to create your own podcast from start to finish, like top to bottom, distribute and actually benefit financially from your podcast that you're going to create can all be done in one central place. The hardest thing about starting the podcast for us in the beginning was where the hell to start and how to get it out. Anchor.fm has everything from point A to point B to get your podcast to the world, to the masses, to your audience. Anchor.fm. Also, insert your ad here if you ever want to advertise anything else that you would like to do. Anchor.fm is one of our advertisers that we use on a regular basis. You can search your ad here for whatever the hell you want to do. We've done edibles, we've done alcohol, anything you want to do. You want to do your music, for example, Ace of Spades artwork streaming now on all your DSPs. For Her by Crimson Alchemist, streaming on all your DSPs. Relevance by the IQ the Joker, streaming on all your DSPs. Those are just a couple right now, and those are just artists. You know what I'm saying? That's 2 seconds. Insert your ad whenever you want, whoever, you know what I'm saying, your business, whatever you need to get off, and you know what I'm saying, use this opportunity to link with us and bring Minority Ship together in distribution. You feel me? And now my co-host is back and shit.
You ever had your bladder hurt so bad that your penis hurt? Well,
I think you have chlamydia, sir.
Well, I shouldn't say hurt. Your bladder swell so bad that your penis hurt. That's not chlamydia, sir. That's what you call not breaking the seal.
Anyway, that might actually be a UTI, sir.
Or that. Who knows?
You just might need an antibiotic. Either way, you need a penicillin shot. Shit.
I've considered these options. Who knows?
Anyway, Dave Chappelle monologue. Hey, new one. Woo woo. What do you feel?
Michael Lauren. Isn't that his name? Mike Lauren. Mike. What's his name? Mike Lauren. The nigga that made
who we talking about?
The nigga that made Lauren Michaels, that's his name. The nigga that made SNL. Lauren Michaels. Let Dave Chappelle say nigga 62 times on NBC. And
I was
he
actually
got away
surprised
with
that
it.
wasn't bleeped out.
Right? That's what I'm saying. And he smoked a cigarette during COVID. In a stage on the stage anyway. Full of people.
That's a signature though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's like a that's that's in the contract.
That's a thing. Yeah,
when you see it, you know that's in the contract. Like I'm not doing this if I can't smoke a cigarette when I'm doing it. Like
exactly. So
like that's in the contract, my nigga. Like it's different. But no, that bitch was amazing. Like no, like it was everything I wanted it to be. Talked about how his grandfather was bought and sold less times than he has been. Talked about how much of a bitch Trump has been in so many words. And he also told white people the most important things and voiced the sentiment I think we try to speak to on this podcast that, hey, if you white, Caucasian, any type of true minority, come get these nigga lessons because it helps.
Don't get these nigga lessons. That's good one. That's a good one.
That's what that's the punchline.
Hey, look. I thought it was
very.
This is what I thought. I thought it was a much better attempt at what he did last time.
I don't think he knew what to say last time.
Yeah.
Even he said he apologized like a week later, was like, I didn't know. I thought he was gonna be like diplomatic. I ain't know he was gonna be this big a dick. Like I didn't know.
So
and niggas like Chappelle, you gotta get that past him.
You do. And he was also one of those people that even what was it in Killing Him Softly was admitted, like, I don't vote. You know what I'm saying? He just has that opinion. You know, he's opinionated and he's a comedian.
Had you not talked me into it 4 years ago, I wouldn't have voted until this year. But you talked me and you.
No, I talked you into it 8 years ago. The first Obama administration. Not unless you didn't vote.
No, I told you I did. I know. Yeah, you're right. You did talk me into it 8 years ago, but remember, I wasn't registered. I went. I didn't think you had. Okay. I didn't know what the registration process was 8 years ago. So I went there thinking that meant you just sign up and then go vote. I didn't know, so I didn't vote either time for Obama. But that was because I didn't know. So the first time I actually voted was for him. No, I just didn't know the rules.
You were there by default. Like you don't even. Damn.
I mean, I kind of was there by default because I was like, well,
I
wasn't old enough for Obama the first time. The second time I was old enough, but I couldn't get it done because of all my legal issues. I didn't know the rules of voting and everything. So I didn't find out till literally the day I went in to vote. They're like, no, you have to like sign up like a week before. And then they're like, you can register here. You can do it now, but you can't vote until the next election. I'm like, what the fuck? That was literally like the 2012 election for me. And then I was like, okay, well, 2016, that's like Obama light. You got to go for that because you couldn't do it before. Okay, cool. I did. So really my first vote for any president was for Hillary Clinton.
You know what? That's admirable.
Should have been Barack Obama, but I didn't know the rules.
You don't know the rules and shit, and that's a disappointment.
I mean, no, that speaks to but doesn't that kind of speak to the bullshit that niggas have to go through to fucking register and vote? Doesn't that kind of speak to it? I didn't know the rules until the day of. That registration meant you couldn't do it.
No, you were just misinformed.
How many other niggas are misinformed?
Probably a lot. I was informed.
Right, that's my point.
I was informed. Like I think I gave the story about how like my teacher, like my social studies teacher in 8th grade, Mrs. Sledge, like grilled us because we didn't know what the fuck affirmative action was. And like
Everybody don't know what the fuck that
we had no idea. Like I'm telling you, as a collective, as an 8th grade class, when I looked around, like
you talking about
everybody's
8th
face looked
grade.
as stupid as
Jesus.
mine. It was like we had no idea what the fuck affirmative action was.
Nigga,
And
one of the few 9th grade.
like that nigga alerted us, and after that point on, I was like, all right, for sure. Latinos is telling me, nigga, it's important to vote. Like niggas is telling me, nigga, it's important to vote. I'm pretty sure it's important to vote. Like I'm going to utilize this like when I get the chance.
I never forget this. When I first entered into high school, because I was, y'all don't know, a lot of y'all might not know, but I finessed my way into suburban high schools and middle schools when I was younger. So that
Hey,
first,
Kanye West.
kind of, that first 3 weeks of 9th grade was in an all white school, pretty much, for the most part. Like I say all white, I mean like 85% white.
Like Kanye West.
Everything else is black, Hispanic, and Asian of some sort. So, yeah.
Similar to Yeezy.
I got to that point where it was like a couple weeks in, we had a project on affirmative action, and so many people didn't understand it or know what the fuck it was that were just in the class that I was in. And I wasn't that familiar with it, but I knew it was something about like black rights, pretty much, like people, like black people being like afforded opportunity, to say the least. And to see I guess thinking back on it as an adult, to think about the people that didn't even know it was a thing, like know it even existed, is like, what is that? Why? And then you tell them, which is what they did in the class. You tell motherfuckers why it happened, and they go, "Oh yeah, it's kind of fucked up." Like, not for nothing.
Yeah.
All the white kids I went to school with, all of them weren't racist. There were a few.
Some are ignorant.
Dozen that were, but most of them were just ignorant. Most of them weren't bad people. Like I went to predominantly white schools from 7th grade to middle of 9th grade. Most of them just don't know what's going on. That's why I've never really had that big a problem with white people or fitting in with white people.
Because sometimes you can be like mad ignorant.
Yeah, and it's not even your fault. And I'm ignorant to a lot of street shit that I probably should know from my experience, but I haven't been in the field in years. I couldn't tell you nothing going on in the hood right now.
That's because you didn't step outside of your fucking door for 6 months when you was in the hood, you dumb bitch. The fuck you mean?
Hey, time out. You make that sound like I was only in the hood. But nigga, I moved back.
You was in the hood for 6 months. Shut up.
8 months.
No, you dead. No, you done.
Or 9 months.
Oh my God.
9 months.
Oh my God.
And yes, I did stay in the house. Why? Because it was cold, bitch.
When like have you shot at somebody?
What year is it?
2020, nigga.
11, 12.
God,
10, somewhere in there.
All right.
And that was by accident. They wasn't even shooting at me. They was shooting at the nigga I was with. I was just shooting back for courtesy.
Yeah, all right, for sure. For sure.
I mean, sometimes you gotta give courtesy shots. You ain't never been shot at with a nigga that you wasn't the target, but your man's was the target, and then you gotta go, oh, blah, blah, blah. Just to be like,
no,
I ain't no
bitch.
Shooting
at the niggas I was shooting at.
Well, I ain't never had niggas looking for me like that. I've been paranoid enough to think niggas was looking for me like that, but thankfully, I've never had niggas looking for me like that.
Even if I was in the car, like if I was in the car, niggas was shooting at me, I'm shooting back. Like it's like it might be you might be shooting at somebody else that I'm with, but the bullets is coming in my direction anyway. When you shoot them motherfuckers off, they coming on in my direction.
Yeah, you can.
I'm shooting back.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not saying you can't die if you get shot at. I'm saying if you get shot at and you have a gun and you don't shoot back while your man's is clearly the target that's being shot at, and you don't at least do something, people in that situation that live are going to look at you a little different if you don't do certain things in that moment.
Okay. Sometimes you shoot a person a couple times, and a few times.
And sometimes you just gotta pull that bitch a couple times, let them know you ain't a bitch.
That's true too. That's true too.
It's so
I
fucked
guess
up, but it's true. It's so
if that's you,
it's so
if
not
that's
street.
you, that's for sure.
It's so not real. It's like it's
No,
not no street shit,
it,
but it's like some real
it,
shit. It's real though.
it,
Like you just gotta shoot at a nigga sometimes. Sometimes you might have to shoot at a nigga, bro. I don't know. Ignore the ding. It's a text message from yesterday. Leave me alone. Fuck you. I don't know why. Leave me alone.
Will the Lord please help my niggas, bro? Will the Lord please help my niggas? Shout out to Dave Chappelle. Rest in peace, King Von.
Rest in
You know
peace,
what I'm
King.
saying?
Rest in peace, Alex Trebek.
Rest in peace, Mo.
Rest in peace, Mo. Rest in peace, Alex
No.
Trebek. I hate to ask this question, but it
Alex
just popped in
Trebek
my head.
dying actually kind of fucked me up because it disconfirmed one of my theories, which is Alex Trebek was an android. Like I was really
remember
convinced.
that theory.
Yeah.
No, we were pretty dug in on that.
Yeah.
Like
It
we were
fucked us up.
sure. Like we were
I was
sure at one
sure.
point.
I was
We were sure at one point. Like that nigga was not gonna die.
Cancer, I was like, nah, nigga.
That's a front.
Androids
That's
can't
PR.
have cancers.
He gotta look human. Like that's a front. Cause he beat it.
Like,
then he can't.
Bro.
Like it was like that's a front. That's Alex.
He has
he
had three more wrinkles that he had than he did when he was when we was kids.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
Literally.
Like legit. And it just made his hair white.
Because he was by the time we started watching him, he was
1000%.
already all gray. So that didn't even matter. Like, cause when he died, I seen a bunch of compilation videos. Cause I wasn't like a super Jeopardy fan. So when they put Jeopardy on Netflix and shit, I didn't go back and look at like
that's
the first
legit on Netflix.
Jeopardy. Bro, they have every season of Jeopardy on Netflix.
Nigga,
From the Jeopardy first episode, my nigga.
I remember Jeopardy being on when I was like, and when
that's
it was
what I'm
Spanish,
saying.
Like being
the compilation
over.
The compilation they played when the day they announced he died and shit. The compilation they played was from him like in 1988, 85, whenever he started it.
Shit.
So it was like it was black and gray. It wasn't even full gray. Like you like I said,
pepper?
The era we grew up in, he was already all salt. Nigga,
yeah, like, he was salty. He was salty.
Nigga, it was salt and pepper. It was the beard. He had a little thing, Brock. He had a little Jufro. I don't know if he was Jewish. It looked like a little Jufro. It looked like a little Jufro.
Oh,
and I was like,
shit.
oh shit. Alex used to be okay. I see. Okay, I get it. Alex used to be the shit.
He was with the shit. He was at Studio 54.
Not for nothing.
You know he was. You know he was at Studio 54.
Not for nothing. He had that old Bob Barker look.
He did.
Like when I say old Bob Barker look, I mean young Bob Barker. Like that first episode of Jeopardy, he walked out that bitch like, "Hey, I'm Alex Trebek. This is Jeopardy. We are live on NBC, and this is the game show where we make you smarter. How you doing?" Like my nigga was rocking that shit, bro. He was rocking it.
And that's why we thought he was an android. He was the most efficient android of all time,
bro. More so than even 17 and 18.
Now, like I said, rest in peace to the great Alex Trebek. I was wrong. Rest in peace to him. Now I could be still right on the fact that Anderson Cooper could still be an android. I'm still convinced on that. I'm good on that one. Good on it. I'm good on it. I'm lasting on it.
Only reason I think Anderson Cooper.
Don Lemon is not. I know he's not. I've seen him age, like over time, like year by year.
Anderson Cooper has aged. He's aged.
Not white people. Not like normal white people age.
No, but he got a lot of black in him, inadvertently. His mama was fond of us.
What when he talks
He's
and
not
shit,
part of
watch it.
black anything, but his
When
mama
he
was
talks
fine.
when he talks the way his neck and shit moves and shit, like he ain't got his updates and shit like properly and shit, like you ain't updated your iPhone.
Fuck that. You ever heard him trying to check a nigga? If you ever
That's when he
checking
get his
for
new update.
that's what I'm saying. If you ever checking for the updates, when you see him checking a nigga, he'll sit there and he'll do a little. It'll be a little glitch. He'll be like, so I mean,
TN2M
if you
fans,
just
why? Like I know y'all are scientists enough to link
y'all do
up
what y'all do.
together to figure it out. If every time that Anderson Cooper has a real motherfucking like a snap fest on a motherfucker, check and see if there was an Apple update present at the time. I'm serious. I'm serious.
I think you're asking a bit much of our fans, assuming that they all watch CNN the way that I do from time to time. I don't think any of
it can be like 4 or 5
if
of
I
them,
had
like
to put
real
my
big
money
ones.
on it.
There can be 4 or 5 of them real big ones. You can check the dates on them shits, and you can check the dates on the fucking Apple site. Like for the last like updates within a couple years, they'll tell you that nigga might not have just been connected to Wi-Fi.
If I had to
and
put my
turned
money
off
on
properly,
I don't think I don't know if he passing.
You feel me?
I think now, granted, I'm not saying he's not an Android. I'm just saying Anderson Cooper is probably one of the best androids to come out of the bunch of androids that have been created. But if he's not an android, then you gotta give it to him just off of money.
So what you're saying is Alex Trebek was running off Microsoft tech, and we're saying that Anderson Cooper is running off Apple tech. That's what you're saying.
Money makes a difference, yes, sir.
Okay, all right,
yes, sir.
Continue with you. If you had more to say, I just wanted to clarify.
That was it.
Okay,
I'm actually completely done with politics, so we keep relating it back to it.
I wasn't trying to relate into politics. I'm just.
We kind of had to because of the Chappelle thing. I mean, it was we kind of had to, but it's all good. Did you hear?
I just want proof that motherfucking Anderson Cooper ain't an android. I just want proof. If you can give me proof before I put my money down to saying that he was still gonna be here when I'm like 80, shit.
What if the only way to prove it was by fucking him?
That's what you got money for, to pay somebody to go do it. The fuck you mean?
Nah, the only way you would know for sure.
There's no universe where that happens. I'm sorry.
What if that's the chip that's installed in them? You don't know that. You can only know.
That's why you pay
IP
somebody
address.
To go do
you
it.
can only know Anderson
Cooper's
real.
Like, yo,
you can only know Anderson
Android.
Cooper's real. You can only know Anderson Cooper's real IP address if you fuck him. You got to get in him to like read the. That is so graphic unintentionally.
I do believe in the multiverse theory. Okay.
And like no multiverse
theory, there is no situation where I am going to be like, you know what? That's the only way. There is no way.
But what if that's the only way?
Then we just don't know.
No, I mean, then you're saying like you're so selfish that you'll let the world in this alternate universe die as you being you in this alternate universe. All you gotta do is fuck Anderson.
No, in that situation, I look to my right hand man, my co-host, like one of my best friends, and shit to take on this responsibility, so I can actually fluctuate the world into a better place once we find out what the fuck Anderson Cooper really is. You will be the catalyst in which that saves the entire world, District 93. Do you understand that?
So you trying to put your penis power on my penis to read the IP address of Anderson Cooper's butthole?
Nope, not at all. not at all.
That's what it sounded like you were saying. I just need you to clarify it for me. Maybe I need to push my headset in a little bit more.
No, not
What
at
were
all.
you saying,
Not at all.
sir? Maybe I missed it.
What I'm saying is, you go fuck Anderson Cooper for the sake
No.
of the universe.
No.
Well, then you just willing to let the universe die. I'm sorry.
No, I am. I am actually.
So am I.
I am.
So am I. That's why I said
you didn't seem too willing to admit it at first. I actually am.
Like I said,
we can all die. I'm
the
good.
only universe where it is if you were down for it, and you're gonna take that L for the squad. And if that universe don't exist, then
I'm not that guy.
we just dead.
I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy.
Shit. I don't know what the fuck
I almost choked on my whiskey. I'm not
we
that
just
guy.
dead as fuck then. If that's just the choice,
hey, if you
those
depended
are the
on me to
options.
fuck somebody, if you depended on me and my potential to possibly be able to comfortably have gay sex, this ain't gonna happen.
So if you didn't have to relay information back from, you know what I'm saying, back to someone about
I
your
said
sexual
relay
encounter
and live with
Anderson
it. Time
Cooper,
out.
it would be better.
Time out. I said relay and live with it. I have to live with it after I relay the information and before I relay. I gotta live with it while I'm doing it. You gotta live with that. Like once you put it in there, you gotta live with that. You did that. You did that shit. If you finish, you gotta live with that too. That's a whole nother set of problems, I'd imagine. For you to then have to tell the world because it is Anderson Cooper. You gotta be.
You don't have.
You
This
mean,
would be a completely
you gotta be you, I guess. I don't know.
Imagine
that
it
ain't me.
completely
You gotta be
covert.
you.
The only people that know about it are the people or the team that know about it.
Well, see, now we're getting into cult shit.
No, it's not cult shit. It's a unit
Because if you
team.
can fuck Anderson in peace,
if
nobody knows.
If it's a team
Who's
of
to
me,
say who you'll fuck?
If it's a team of me, you, George, Joker,
we not
assembling
a gay Avengers.
What's up?
We not assembling a gay Avengers, my nigga.
No, you just gotta go do the gay shit. We'll do the Avenger shit. You go do the gay shit.
How did I get caught with doing the what?
Like I said,
what?
If there is a universe where the only way would be either through me or through you, and you were and I'm gonna say no every time, it was only through you. If you're not gonna go do it, then we're just all dead. Yeah, so it's actually all upon you.
Hey, I'll do it for him.
I'll
do it for him. Fuck it.
We know where we stand. Like, that's all right. I was trying to clarify. Like, yo, like, look, fam, you know what I mean? Like, it's on you,
and
man.
Hey, look, if it's your natural preference to take a dick to save the world, then by all means, you should be a part of this team. But no. No.
This would be the moment that Don Lemon can save us all.
He said, what?
Like, this would be the moment that Don Lemon can save us all.
Oh.
Who's the Nick Fury in that situation? We never discussed this. We never discussed who is the nigga that brings everybody together in the Avengers.
Nick Fury of CNN?
Yeah. No, who's the Nick Fury of the Avengers? We've discussed who the Avengers are, like potentially Elon Musk and shit, and Jay-Z and, you know, Barack Obama. But we never discussed who the fuck would be the nigga that link everybody together. Who's Nick Fury?
Mandela's spirit.
But then that also goes along with
no. Nipsey
if you got Nick Fury, you gotta have Colson too. You gotta have that second nigga. You have to have that nigga to facilitate.
Fuck, you're right.
So you just can't have Chris Paul. You gotta have Chris Paul throwing to Blake Griffin. So you gotta have the two.
I think you mean
that shit crazy.
Let's not bring up Blake Griffin.
That shit crazy.
Podcast. But
that shit crazy.
I mean, who would you go with? I would go with Nipsey Hussle spirit or Nelson Mandela. No. If we had to go with an icon to be like the leader of the crew next to Mandela, because we already picked the spot for Obama. Next to Mandela's spirit, if we're gonna go with somebody alive, Dr. Umar Johnson.
Oh, all right. Oh. All right. Shit,
I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh
If
shit,
you
I can't
gonna
see.
do it, let's do it. If you gonna do it, let's do it, my nigga. We gonna do it, let's do it. Stop bullshit.
Dr. Umar cannot be Nick Fury. There's no fucking way.
Okay.
There's no way.
Maybe that was a bit radical. Farrakhan.
Shit, that was hilarious.
Farrakhan. Maybe Umar was a bit radical. Farrakhan. And if
funny,
not
though.
Farrakhan, I'll go a step further. Jay Electronica.
Hell no. That nigga barely make the Avenger team. Like the fuck you mean?
He ain't even on the team.
He not on the Avenger
at best. He's tall boy at best.
That nigga is one of the agents of Shield. Nigga, like he's not
oh my
like
God.
You're not in the block.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're right.
Like that shit, like
But
that
no,
nigga
yeah,
not
I
on
guess
the block.
so yeah, I guess Nick Fury would have to be
No.
Yeah. It hurts to admit it, but it's the truth.
I'm sorry. I'm entertained by what you're saying, but I believe Nick Fury is Dr. Dre. That's what
I
I
don't know
believe.
if that's more disrespectful to the metaphorical Nick Fury or Dr. Dre. Have you seen the shit Dr. Dre's been going through the last 6 weeks, nigga? The last 12 weeks? Have you seen the shit he's been going through?
He good. Snoop his
man. He's not good. He's not good. He's not good. No, he's not. No, he's not. Yeah. No, he got $1 billion. But guess what? The bitch he's been with the last 25 years is trying to get that up off of. So.
Oh yeah, I know. I've seen it. It's preposterous.
She's trying to do. We ain't gonna talk about divorce. I'm too drunk to talk about divorce because I'll say some shit I'm gonna regret, and somebody's gonna want to argue with me about
Snoop is man. You know what I'm saying? They both live in the same fucking like state and country. You know what I mean? Like they can drive to go see. Like Snoop gonna drive to go see that nigga and be like, "Yo, nigga, you good? You straight?"
But that's only because Snoop that type of nigga.
I'm like, yo, I got this pound of some
Snoop is that type of nigga.
I got this pound of some shit, there's some weed that's glowing, nigga. Like, let's smoke this shit together.
But Snoop is that type of nigga that will pull up on you and be like, yo, you good? Dre is that type of nigga, like, I hate to say it. I hate to admit it or say it, especially with the narratives you try to put out about me personally. But he's kind of like me in the sense where, yeah, nigga, I'm not. Yeah, no, I see you got that. I'm not going out the house. Not because I don't want to leave the house. Just
no, we can go inside. I can come inside with the glowing weed.
Yeah. Maybe if you willing to make the trip, you could. But yeah.
Yes, and we gonna smoke this glowing alien weed that I done found somewhere in the Nevada desert, nigga.
Put it like this:
just sitting here in
I think a lot like myself. I don't think Dr. Dre is stressing niggas to come pull up on him and be like, "Yo, you trying to come smoke that whatever with me, my nigga?"
But within that same circle, Exhibit is there. Motherfucking Snoop is there.
Is Exhibit still there?
Exhibit ain't got nothing else to do.
Right. So is he still there? Like there.
Yes.
In the circle we just mentioned.
Yes.
In the circle. Fuck LA. In the circle we just mentioned.
Yes, he was just on the fucking Compton album. You think them niggas ain't homies?
I don't not think they're homies. I just don't know if they homies more so.
They homies like that.
I guess that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they're homies like that.
I'm gonna say
But
they
then when
homies
you
like
look at that album, who else was on that album? The
You think Cube
homies.
ain't rolling?
That's what I'm
Cube
saying.
rolling
The
up with the
homies was on that
motherfucking
album. So
with the
the
fucking
whole
Quran
album was the
and like
homies.
6 blunts.
The only niggas he was missing was MC Ren and Yella, nigga. Like he had the homies on that
DOC can't
album.
smoke no
And
more.
DOC.
I can't imagine because
No,
his
he
throat
still
was
had.
crushed
Didn't he
in.
have DOC on there?
On what? Chronic?
Compton.
He might have wrote some shit on there. I don't think he wrote, like
wrote some
rhymed
shit.
any
Yeah,
shit on there.
maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But
Yeah.
like I said, he had the homies on Compton.
But what I'm saying is, you think if they watch it, like nigga, we seeing this shit that going on with Dr. Dre on fucking on social media and shit. Like we seeing this shit just come on tabloids when we just trying to go on fucking Instagram and look at bitches. You know what I mean?
Same
Like
shit with
we
Kanye.
doing like when you on your Wale shit and you like, damn, is anybody thinking about, you know what I'm saying? Is mind racing right now and shit? I'm on my fucking on my skinny sugar shit. Like, nigga, you looking at ass like me. You just ain't finding the right ass that you want to find to jerk off to. Like,
So
like
you get distracted and start talking to other niggas. Yeah.
Exactly. You're like, nigga, what is you doing? Like, come on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everybody see what, you know what I'm saying, that's close to Dr. Dre. Can see that shit on their social time, all their social media timeline. They open that shit up on their phone. They see that shit. They calling that nigga. Especially if they don't know about some shit. Like, yo, nigga, I see some shit about you, like, on some shit. Like, nigga, I'm trying to make sure you good.
Right.
Like, that shit look crazy. I would do that shit for y'all.
The fuck is the problem?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nigga, Dre good. Dre good. He gonna be smooth. He gonna be smooth. He got enough niggas that from that era and generation of hip hop, and especially the people that he's influenced to be in bigger and greater positions in life as far as a career. Nigga,
Yeah.
some of the motherfuckers would, if they didn't call Dre and say like, yo, nigga, you all right? Wouldn't even be considered homies. That'd be bad homie.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
If M didn't see on like the same shit that I seen on Snapchat and YouTube,
I was just
that he's seen on Snapchat and you, like, look, nigga, like these are two things for a fact. Me and Marshall Mathers live in the same fucking state on a regular day basis. We live on the same fucking state. So if we're watching the same thing,
air,
yep.
Around
And we're watching the same things pretty much on YouTube and everything like that. And he's been the person to say, like, he falls down like the wormhole of YouTube where you're watching videos and interviews and shit of what everybody's saying and what they thinking. Like, me and you done cross across the same things. So if something's going on in Dr. Dre's life that's crucial, that you may be unaware of, that the media is aware of, it's gonna come across you. And you're gonna, as Dre's predecessor, I wouldn't say predecessor, but protege, you're gonna fucking call that nigga like, yo, nigga, I seen some shit. That's crazy. You good?
Can we even call Dre's?
I'm gonna fly out there. Like,
protege?
nigga, you want me to come chill? Like, what's good?
No, but can we even call Dre's protege? Because Dre, protege means a thing. Mentor means a thing.
Came up under the cloth of Dr. Dre.
I think it's more of a mentor situation than.
Yeah, but your mentee can be your protege. And if we're gonna have a masterpiece talk of what Dr. Dre has created as far as his career goes, not talking about NWA, talking about NWA and Eminem, G Unit, everything he did at Aftermath. We're talking about everything in a whole. Eminem is the Mona Lisa of everything that he's done. That is his
facts.
You know what I'm saying? That is his shining moment. That's his protege. It came from under the wing of Dr. Dre. And there's a lot of niggas under the wing of that. But if you're gonna say that one person that is the masterpiece of everything, He took the white rapper from in a time when there was a for white rappers, MCs in hip hop in the mid '90s.
Time out. Those rappers
and
couldn't
brought
rap.
him up and
Those
made
rappers
him
couldn't
into
rap.
this
Those
crazy
rappers couldn't rap. But okay.
Eminem out-rapped the niggas that could rap.
Which is
We
why he
found that out on
became
Renegade.
Eminem. That's
Renegade
why
changed the
that
whole shit.
time out though,
Renegade
because
changed
I
the
hate
whole
that.
shit.
I'm such an M fan. I hate that when I hate when I see other people, black or otherwise, try to give M credit for being like, oh no, he was the best white rapper. No, in his time when he was doing what he was doing to be who we know he is today, he ran through, and that is not an exaggeration, a lot of niggas lyrically. He ran through them.
It's the opposite of
There's
what
not no
of what
comparison.
happened a lot of times in let's say things like basketball. Like Bill Russell had to be better than every other white player.
Right.
To be the person that he was.
To even be recognized. It wasn't even the fact he was the only black dude
Jackie
on the floor.
Robinson had
you had to be better than
than
every other nigga on the court.
Nigga,
like
Jackie Robinson couldn't afford to have an average night.
No.
Because he wouldn't because if he had an average night, he would have been no better than any of the white people.
And even if it's not greatness every night, I gotta treat it like it's great. Even if we take an L, I gotta take it in stride, because if I don't, then they gonna do exactly what I don't want them to
do. Exactly. So in that same regard, M had to be going into the late '90s, early 2000s, the best rapper. Period. He had to slaughter motherfuckers just to make sure they're like, yo, I'm not the Beastie Boys. I'm not motherfucking Marky Mark. I'm not motherfucking Benzino. I'm not motherfucking Vanilla Ice. I am Jay-Z. Eminem. I am Slim Shady. I am in the same ballpark as Jay-Z and the rest of these niggas.
But see, I just thought about
discount me.
I just thought about.
And he still got that chip on his shoulder, so I still like that.
I literally just thought about that. This is just my hip hop brain going. I just thought about that.
I ain't be hitting this nigga with knowledge and shit.
No, you just make me think.
Exactly, nigga. That's why I'm the pod guy. God damn it,
motherfucking think about it. M caught fire 97, 98. Hove dropped Reasonable Doubt in 96. From Reasonable Doubt in 96 to 99 or 2. From, let's say, Reasonable Doubt 96 to 02. That's a 6-year difference. The scale, if there is one or was one that you could compare at the time, them two.
Look, man,
it wouldn't even own the chart, nigga. It was like, how did they do that?
I watched the
and to this day, it's like, oh well, yeah, that's why who they are.
Yeah, I rewatched the Defiant ones through the fucking through the quarantine and shit during the spring, and it made me think of how fast that shit happened. And that's why
you still had to go to the store to buy an album.
Yeah, and that's what made me. And that's what made me make the point that I made. It's like how quickly that shit happens. It really was like, all right, Big and Pac was here. Big and Pac are gone. Jay-Z's here. M's here. And it was like, that was it.
You could argue it may have been,
and it happened so fucking fast. It was like before it was like legit. I could understand if I was 16 years old if I were 16 years old when Big and Pac died. And Jay-Z happened. It's like Jay-Z is happening. Reasonable Doubt.
You couldn't have been 16 when both died.
No, I'm just saying. We'll say 16 when Pac died. 16 when Pac
Your
died.
birthday would have to be in December. But what?
Whatever.
I'm doing
nigga.
simple math in my head. Whatever. Go on.
You doing unnecessary math.
Yeah, go on with your point. Go on with, I'm not saying to distract. I'm just going with your point.
Look. I'm 16 years old. I'm a teenager. Big pot pass within my high school career. And Reasonable Doubt is out.
And you from the East
I'm in the Midwest. So I'm in the Midwest here, so it's gonna hit me.
Jay-Z is your next favorite nigga.
Yeah.
Next to Tupac.
And then
Jay-Z
right
is your
after
next
that,
favorite nigga.
yeah. And then right after that, couple years later, 3-4 years later, I'm at 2021 at this point. What was it? 19. Man, 1920. Eminem pops. And then some shit that you ain't never heard before. Because if you think about it, if I'm 16, a teenager, when I'm starting to like Big and like Jay-Z more,
in all of this? Because you talking the time frame you talking about, I feel like leaving out
same
box.
We're same box. Jay-Z and Nas.
I feel like Nas was a little bit further at that point. Than
Nigga,
Jay-Z
it don't
and
matter
Eminem.
to the point right now that I'm trying to make. You trying to add extra like emphasis on it.
No, I was
what
just
I'm
trying
saying
to go time period. Okay.
Is like if I am a fan of this certain type of Jay-Z, Nas, Big Pop when I'm 16 years old, Pac and Big die. And then 4 years later, when I'm a couple years older, I've already seen the Beastie Boys and shit now. I done seen the Beastie Boys. I done seen Marky Mark and them. I done seen Vanilla Ice. A couple years later, when I'm an adult, Eminem drops in my motherfucking lap, and he's like, "Hi, my name is." How am I supposed to react to that? And if he actually can rap, which he did prove that he could do.
But when you first
that
heard,
blows
"Hi,
your
my
mind.
name is,"
that
when you first heard that, you didn't
because
think you could rap. When you first heard, "Hi, my name is," your first, "Oh, this is the next wave." That wasn't your first reaction. It wasn't. And if it was for you, it wasn't for a lot of niggas. It wasn't for a lot of people.
That was like back in the day. This is why I was like, well, to your point, to those days, you had to go out there and buy your fucking project. So if you heard the fucking
I had
single
to like
and
you that much,
and the single even had you enough to be perplexed to
right,
say like,
right,
huh, I'm gonna go buy that shit. Slim Shady LP sold a lot of albums, and then like the reason why the Slim Shady LP sold a lot of albums is the reason why March Mathers LP sold way more albums than Slim Shady LP.
I think no. See,
you feel me?
See, time out. I think the reason the Slim Shady LP sold a lot of albums is because the Slim Shady EP had a lot of hype because of Dr. Dre, and then once that got known, because you got to think about what time frame of the industry we're talking about.
Nigga, like
we're talking about the late
hype
90s
of it, the hype of
we talking about Dr. Dre coming off of The Chronic.
It wasn't street level though,
and it's almost been 10 years. No, that's what it ain't gotta be street level. It ain't gotta be street level. It ain't gotta be street level.
The hype.
That's why you had Jay. You had Jay-Z.
But what I'm saying is
Jay-Z was the street level.
The street level, the Slim Shady EP, as far as acclaim, wasn't street level.
That shit was Nas. How do we keep leaving Nas out of this shit? Nas was also
Nas
that.
is God. What is we bringing Nas into this for?
Because we talking about Jay-Z and Eminem, two other gods of what we're talking about. And Nas was dropping at the same time.
I know what my top three are. And do you know what yours are?
For that time, okay, what year time period we talking about? You talking about from 96 to 03? What's my top three?
I'm talking about period.
My top three albums.
I mean, my top five. Well, my top five hasn't changed.
You talking about artists? Okay. You talking about artists? Yeah, no, my top five hasn't changed.
Well, I'm gonna say, and then we talking about the same thing in my top five. Jay-Z, Eminem, Pop.
I'm saying that because I don't think a lot of people listening to us right now will know that we
Big is my six.
I don't think a lot of people that might not have heard this before maybe might not know that we not include Nas for that reason. And we having a J and M specific conversation. Some motherfuckers might be like, yo, nigga, how are you not bringing up these Nas albums in here? Because I'm thinking about it, like if I was just
Nas is
tuning into
son.
us, it'd be like, yo, nigga,
Nas is
okay, yeah,
son
you
because he
saying
sound
M
like
did
one.
that, J did
Like
that, but what
I don't
about
even
that?
know
That
what we
counted
talking
too.
about right now.
How?
Like why are we bringing up Nas? Like we already know Nas is
Because
son
we're
because he
talking
sound
about a
like one.
time period when Nas was more relevant than he is now. And J and M are still arguably relevant. Not even arguably, they are relevant in this time period. They're very relevant. You want to hear a new J album.
Nas
You
was
want
a
to hear a
part
new
of
M album.
Nas is in a part of like Nas is the godfather of a certain lane. Let me put it. I have to break down Nas. Goddamn.
Nas is a godfather of a certain
No,
time
nigga,
of
you
hip
brought
hop.
me out. You brought me out here, son. I'm dying out here now.
Down the hill, then. Fuck it. Down the hill, motherfucker.
Nas is the godfather of a certain lane. All right. Nas was the nigga from Queensbridge that was able to take the intelligent shit that KRS was writing on a motherfucker, was typing up on a motherfucking keyboard that was impressing niggas and printing out his goddamn rhymes before doing them in a fucking studio. And taking the street shit that was actually happening on the street and taking the dope shit from the message, that type of vibe, and brought it all unified together.
This nigga is word for word in every hip hop documentary he's ever seen.
And carved its own way. And made it so. So you would have these niggas today, like Lupe Fiasco, like you would have a Kanye West when he actually did rap, like you would have a motherfucking Mos Def.
He got kicked out the country. That don't count.
He back now though.
Yeah, but he ain't trying to rap. It's
Mos Def was more acceptable to the media to the mainstream media because of Nas and what he laid down for the game of intelligent niggas that could spit some rhymes on some poetic game shit.
So isn't
That's
that the
the
verses
son.
we need
Don't
to be looking for?
Don't hit me with no other shit. That's the son.
Time out though. Time out. Time out.
Nothing more need to be said about son.
Time out. Time out. Isn't that the verses we need to be looking for? Just like Maybach O versus Mario. Don't we also need to be looking for that? Fucking.
Don't you dare say that shit. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Fuck you think you is. Don't you say that shit out loud. Tata gonna come in your fucking crib and smoke you. Like, don't even do that. Don't do that. Don't do that out loud. Don't do that out loud. I don't have that shit on my podcast.
Do you know what I'm about to say?
Don't do that.
You know
I know what you're about to say. Like, don't do that shit.
What am I about to say?
You're like, no, I ain't gonna say that shit out loud.
Say it.
Like,
what am I about to say?
Nah.
What am I
you want that motherfucking Jay-Z and Nas version? No, it's not happening.
I'm not saying that.
Stop it.
I'm not
Stop
saying
it.
that.
No.
I'm not saying that.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I'm just saying, what if
both them niggas ain't got time for that bullshit anyway? They would both probably say that. Like they ain't got like a Thursday to give up.
And really, in that position, why would you give up a Thursday for that? Like I mean,
look, my nigga, both the motherfuckers can clear out 3 hours out of their schedule, go do some shit. Real quick, that actually will be fun for them.
Low key, just to get off this shit, especially because this is.
If I could versus our clips versus a bunch of other motherfuckers just chops and shit, just visual episodes and audio.
Oh.
And you was like, yo,
come on.
Yo, we gotta go up in that, like, we gotta go do this shit at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, who are we in that?
It's gonna take us from 3 to 6.
Debate? Who are we in that debate?
Us, nigga. I don't
think it's gonna be a lot of room. I don't many other people.
When I say that I'm Michael Jordan of this shit. I don't look. I'm not joking.
I don't think he's joking. I just wonder sometimes if the people know that we believe it the way that we believe what we believe, and if you don't, then let the Carhartt and the me seek behind you show.
How the fuck you the Kango Don wearing a Carhartt?
Hey, because I do what I do, bitch. I'm young Kwame. I might switch sides from time to time. Leave me alone. Sometimes you gotta switch sides to stay out of jail. God damn it.
Fall 2007, dropping soon.
Right.
All right, what else is
And
happening?
low key, that's not even like I just thought about that. That's not even a bad podcast name. But yeah, we about we about done. I gotta take another piss. We've been doing this shit for forever.
Is that
Hey
it?
yo, no, you know the two things I wanted to talk about that were like
I'm
apparent
searching
to
for.
me.
I have every episode like in my phone, like as far as synopsis for like
Oh, you
131
got them
episodes. So
next to each other.
like they're all stacked like in my notes. So it's like
I do a
ever.
new page every. So you only got like every thing. Never mind. Anyway,
Yeah,
nobody
in my
cares.
iCloud. So when I get killed and shit, whoever gets my phone, like they have like the like legit all my shit like right then and there. It's gonna be like in a museum for podcasting and shit when I'm dead.
That's why you're supposed to have it already set up. So just in case you do die, as I do, so you or your wife can give us that shit, and then we can put it out and profit from it while you're dead.
No, I want to be locked forever. So
Who's gonna hear it? Nobody cares about nothing if it's locked forever.
it's
Nobody's
not
gonna hear
locked.
it.
It's my hands and fingerprints have been on it. It's gonna be in the podcast museum.
Yeah, we got to get the podcast big. And if you die tomorrow, it's gonna be a lot to make you the podcast guy, my nigga. Compared
I'm
to
gonna have
Joe
my own
Rogan.
wing. I'm gonna have my
You
own
gotta live a
wing.
little bit longer to be Joe Rogan, my nigga.
My wing is gonna have a banner right next to it, like Joe Rogan's, that's gonna say "fuck Joe Rogan." Like, what the fuck you mean? You and George convinced me to do this shit 3 or 4 years ago,
hey, bitch. Hey, no.
and
No, we
y'all niggas
didn't.
don't know
No,
what.
we
Like,
didn't.
hey, look,
No, we
I'm
didn't.
gonna say
I
no.
talk
Wait,
less than all of you niggas put together.
no,
That's not the truth.
that was 2012. So when we
Yeah, I
started the
talk
blog
less
talk
than
shit,
all of you
so
niggas
8
put
years
together.
ago, y'all niggas, you know, man, y'all niggas done created a monster. I don't know what the fuck y'all niggas done thought
And
y'all did.
motherfucker, if we talked you into it 8 years ago, then why have we only been doing the podcast for 3 or 4 this coming up August?
I had a journey of self discovery for
Okay, there
2
wasn't
years.
that was a rhetorical question. You didn't have to fucking answer it.
I was about to say, like, yeah, and then we had to discuss whether we was gonna do this for 2 years, and then there we go.
Forever.
Like, and then now we're here now.
And how we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
We do
like,
a lot for y'all off camera, believe it or not. Even as
Jesus
broke
Christ.
and frustrated as we be in our personal lives, guess what we do for y'all every week? We try to bring you motherfuckers happiness because we want to be as happy as y'all. And we
I
love
do
that.
want to know about the Japanese face mask, though.
Oh, well, let me tell you, sir. If you don't know, you won't know. From the womb to the tomb is no.
You selling them shits
I would.
through Kango?
I would.
The Kango Japanese mask?
If Kango hit us up with a
Oh, you should
sponsorship
get the
and was
Kango
like,
Japanese
yo,
mask with the 9-3 tag on the side of that bitch.
if Kango hit us up and was like,
Hey,
yo, we'll give you whatever percentage of this for that, we might be able to talk. But what happened was I found out in a not so quiet town in Japan, uh, there is a man by the name of, let me make sure I get his name. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's not a man, it's a company. Let me make sure I get it right, just to be right for the sake of journalism, obviously. Because why else would I give a fuck? There is a man that owns the Kamiya Kamiya Amoto company that will buy your face for $387 American, to be exact, and you must be at least 20 years old. For this hyper realistic mask print of your face, you will be compensated, and you will inevitably creep out motherfuckers across the world because somebody may or may not buy it. Now, when I show you this picture,
I
I
want
think
royalties.
George might be able to do it a little bit better, so I won't show it to you. I'll just send it to him. But
I want royalties, but I'm
you doing
down.
it? No, I ain't no
Yeah.
royalties. Ain't no royalties.
No royalties.
No royalties. It says creepy mask maker.
I have
We'll
to
buy
I have to
your
be able
face
to
for
negotiate my contract.
$387. A shop in Tokyo, Japan is making hyper realistic masks with real people's faces printed on them for roughly 387 American dollars a
I'm
piece.
handsome, so yeah, I don't need royalties.
Yeah, okay, see, now that's when we get into the problem. Outside of, I was just gonna go into, okay, well, somebody that's 20, if you pre-order it, you can, if you pre-order it and you're younger, you can apparently get more money than the, if I'm not mistaken, $387. But
That's like really weird. Like if you're younger, you can get more money. That's
is
weird.
it any weirder than putting the bumper sticker of a brand that you don't know or give a fuck about on your car and getting
Like I
paid
love
for it?
boobies.
Yeah, is it any weirder than that? Like if I
I do
Love
love
Boobies
boobies
was
though.
a company, like if I Love Boobies was like a multi-trillion dollar, multi-million dollar company, and they
Is
were
it
like,
not?
hey, I don't know for sure, it might be, but if they were, let's say for the sake of the argument,
I do love boobies.
you and me both. I like perky boobies, saggy boobies, regular boobies, little
I
boobies,
like
big
boobies.
boobies.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Boobies or ass? Which one are you?
The, I gotta have both. I'm a selfish man. I'm a selfish man. I
Really?
gotta have both. Yeah, I gotta have both.
Now,
Gotta
what's your
have both.
limit? What's your limit? Like when we talking
To
about
which
boob to ass ratio? Because I know what you're married to, so I have to wonder.
proportionate for sure, for
Because I
sure.
think we're kind of
No
similar.
fake boobage, no fake boobage. I can't do it because like I know how they got in there. Like I wanted to be a plastic surgeon when like going into high school. That was like my goal. So I seen how the shit works out and plays like even in pornos. Like I'm looking like when I see the bitch with the real
It
big
takes
ass
away
titties.
from it, doesn't it? It takes away from it.
I'm looking for the incision like under
It
the
takes
boob, and
away
it,
from
yeah, it
the
takes away from
experience.
it. So it
Yeah.
has to be natural, fam. It has to be natural, proportionate though. Yeah,
See, that's why I say saggy, regular, perky. As long as it's proportional, I can do a nice boob to ass ratio if, like I can do like,
no flat ass though. I can't do no good old fashioned pancake butt. I can't do
I
none of
don't
that.
think I've ever dealt with that. I don't think I've ever dealt with that. I,
I can't do that.
no,
That's
no,
not
I've
me.
never
That's
dealt with
not
that.
me, bro.
Even white girls that I've dealt with arguable tier. When I say arguable, I mean arguable. It's arguable if it's a quote unquote teardrop booty, where it's like almost no ass, but just enough for you to,
Yeah,
you know,
because even
it's
the
not the
chicks that I've
same.
went ran through that are been like B cup titty girls and
It's
shit.
not the same.
Wait, the ass was proportionately perky enough to the B cup titty. It wasn't flat, so it was like, all right, for sure. There's some meat to grab onto. There's, I can't do the all right D cup titties and
No
cardboard flat
ass.
ass.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't
See,
do
I
it, son.
can do it,
Can't
but
do
I'm
it.
not
Can't do it.
satisfied. I can do it, but I don't like it. Like
Can't do it.
if I ran
Can't
into
do it. It's not for
a
me.
chick that was on that, and it was like, yo, like I nigga, I'm trying to get it. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. but
No
you're not
thanks.
gonna be
Like
like
I
my
can't deal with a
top
chick
favorite.
that I
Like,
wouldn't say can't deal, but I don't like a chick that got like a dumb fat ass and no titties. Like your ass can be
yeah, I
fat,
like that.
bitch, but it's
I
like
like that.
I
I like
can't
an A
do,
cut.
I
I
can't
like an
do,
A
I
cut.
can't
I like
do,
an A cut with something
can't
you can
do.
sit. I can put a plate on. If I can put a plate on your ass and you got the A cup or the B cup, we good.
Yeah, but if I can put a plate on your ass, I'm still gonna need to motherfucking get like like my motherfucking my fruit toppings from your titties. And if them shits ain't supporting nothing, I can't deal.
Don't nobody want, in the words of the great Martin Lawrence, don't nobody want to be looking on Earl or some shit.
At all.
You
Jesus
don't
Christ.
want to be looking on Earl. And what looking on Earl means you don't want to be looking on no bitch with no super small titties. I mean, if you're gonna lick on just a chest, you could just be gay. Why would you? Why would you?
Yeah, be
Just do
strange
that. Yeah,
for real.
right, right,
Commit.
right. Like
But
commit to the role.
shout out your social and let's get the fuck out of here because my sinus is fucking up from being in this hot ass room.
Not only that, I'm hungry and I gotta pee again. So busy93
But
on everything. R/T and 2M is the Reddit. If you don't know, you won't know. Now you know. That's R/TN2M on Reddit. Hashtag TN2M on any and every goddamn social media you look us up on. If you don't find it on that, type in House of Space Media Group. And if you don't find it on that, just fucking type in the non-millennial millennials. I know millennial is a hard word to spell. We had to have that argument
God,
when we created
millennials
up with it.
can't spell.
Right. We had to have an argument when we came up with the name for the show. Can millennial spell millennial? Who knows?
No.
We'll know by the viewer count. So when you subscribe and listen, like, and cite to us on our Twitters and OnlyFans and YouTubes and Instagrams and Facebooks that you like us or don't like us, then God damn it, we'll be right there. And me personally, I will either be depressed enough to answer it or not answer it, depending on my feeling, because I seem to stay in a constant state of some sort of depression. But hey, TNT,
Like Wale. And hit me up on all my socials at TN2M_Ortega. My co-host is Wale, and it so happens to be also Republican.
That's
But
busy93 on everything, by the way.
we will be back for episode 132. 131 is in the bag. We almost to 150 in this bitch. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking with us and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the bitches that's out there that's giving up that ass.
All the
You know what I'm
fake
saying?
gang
They
signs.
wax hits. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that like doesn't like motherfucking syrup sandwiches and shit. That shit gross.
But
Shout out
sometimes you gotta
to
make them because you broke.
it's no
No,
mustard
sometimes you be
sandwiches,
broke.
nigga. If you that
Hey,
broke,
don't
mustard sandwiches.
discredit the people eating syrup sandwiches and listen to this fucking podcast.
They got
Just
mustard too,
because,
nigga. Mustard sandwiches is better. That's filthy.
but if
Fuck
you
no.
got syrup and you want something sweet, you might throw some Aunt Jemima on a slice of wheat, nigga. Goddamn.
That should be some bars. Look at you.
I did rhyme.
Look at you.
See, I rhyme so much I don't even realize when I do it.
This nigga don't even. This nigga not even a rapper, nigga. You didn't never get in this album. Shit. Shout out to all those people that still
Got a
fighting for
PP,
freedom in
nigga.
Africa and shit. Shout out to everybody that went out and voted and shit. Everybody that voted against Trump because y'all not coons and shit like Kanye and Gunplay.
And Lil Wayne, Ice Cube, and 50 Cent, unfortunately.
Yeah, Lil Wayne been a coon though. I'm surprised we even had to
Lil
even have
Wayne
a
hadn't
conversation
been a
about that.
coon. Lil Wayne just fucking didn't. I gotta pee. I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah. Shout out to them penguins that still living on ice and shit, because we know they ain't got much of it. And yeah. Rest in peace, Nip House. Rest in peace, King Von. Rest in peace, Mo. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. Rest in peace, George Floyd. You feel me?
Trayvon, Philando.
Trayvon.
We ain't got
Martin
enough
Luther
time to
King,
go down the
ML,
list.
like Malcolm X. God damn it. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil too, nigga.
Oh yeah, you
Like,
see the reunion coming on the
yeah,
19th.
that's what made me think about it.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll
rest in
talk
peace, Uncle
about that.
Phil. You know
Fresh
what I'm
Prince
saying?
Bel-Air reunion. They got both Antvilles on that bitch.
Both
Fucking
Antvilles.
reunion coming on the 19th. If you got HBO Max, I get it for free. So if you don't,
So is
you see
young
me talking
Antviv gonna
about
shoot?
it. Yo,
You see how motherfucking black Antviv is still looking good though, and like like
they
light
both
skinned
look good.
Antviv kind of
They
old
both,
age. You know
they
what I
both
mean?
look good. See, I'm a nigga. I'll fuck
You a
somebody's grandma.
pervert. You a
I'll
pervert
fuck your
nigga
grandmama.
though.
I don't care. 2
I
Chainz just
know
put out a
you
new album.
would.
2 Chainz
I
just
know
put
the
out a new
stories of you
album.
fucking somebody's grandmother.
2 Chainz just put out a new album where he specifically said on track 3 he would not fuck your grandmother because of certain reasons. I am not Tahid Epps.
Oh, final shout out of the night. Shout out to Ransom and Nicholas Craven for having the greatest motherfucking run of 2020. God damn it.
I gotta pee. Let's go.
Them niggas, man, god damn it. Shit.
Shout out to
Anyway,
them, whoever they are.
woo, Jesus. Anyway, episode 131, Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast. We'll be back next week. This nigga gotta pee. I gotta get something to eat. And we out this bitch.
You bitch. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna call you in a minute on the other shit. I gotta pee though, for real.
All right, I gotta make a plate of some shit because I'm hungry as fuck.